guys, it's Sam, and today I'm bringing you my November book haul. I just did a very massive unhaul, so I'm being even more particular than before about what books I'm bringing in because I'm going to be moving much sooner than I originally anticipated, so I don't want to bring in books that I don't want to also move. I will link that on the screen if you have not seen it yet. So the first two books I was sent from Orbit, and I am so excited about these because I've been hearing a lot of good things about them, especially lately. And that is Empire of Sand and Realm of Ash by Tasha Suri. And Joss from Yogi with the Book has been raving about these so much, about like a really amazing, I think Mongol inspired fantasy, and there's like a really slow burn romance. And that's all I really need. Like, these showed up at my door and then she started screeching about them and I'm like, okay, fine. I am being personally attacked and I will read these as soon as possible. I would love to read these before the end of the year. I don't know if that's going to happen because a lot is happening. Like, the end of the year is coming so quick I can't even talk about it. But I really want to get to these like very soon. Then also from Orbit, I was sent The Queen of the Conquered by Case and Calendar, and this is a Caribbean inspired first book in a duology. I think at least the cover for the second book has already been released, but this follows a main character whose family was massacred by colonizers, and when the colonizing king announces that he's going to pick his successor from among eligible noble families, she is ready to get her revenge. So this is a epic fantasy story set in a Caribbean inspired setting and really is talking about colonialism and the rage and the tragedy and everything around that. But I've been hearing really good things about this. This has been everywhere for quite some time. There was like a huge display at BEA this year, and I've just been seeing a lot of it. So I'm definitely intrigued about this one and happy that it showed up at my door. Then from Tor, I received Fate of the Fallen by Kel Cade. This is another one that I've been hearing about for quite some time. It was at BEA. I almost grabbed it this year, but I was like, you know what? You didn't hear a ton about this before you got to BEA, so just don't. But it showing up at my door was basically a sign. This sounds like it's taking the prophesied hero type of trope and sort of spinning it on its head. The main character is prophesied to save the world, but people start to just kind of give in or surrender to whatever evil forces he's supposed to be fighting, and that isn't kind of how it's supposed to go, and he's trying to become the hero that he needs to be and all of that. It just sounds like from the synopsis it's going to be that whole like chosen one trope spun a bit. So I'm definitely intrigued about this one. I think it's supposed to be a little bit grimdark. I don't know what's in that bag. We shall see. Then lastly, we have The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel, which comes out in March of 2020. The publishers contacted me about this one and asked if I wanted to receive it because I love Station 11, and I said absolutely. The thing with Emily St. John Mandel's books is I wanted to read Station 11 for a long time before I actually did, but the synopsis was never something that gripped me. So I'm not even really going to talk about the synopsis here because the synopsis doesn't grip me either, but her writing is so good. And even when I say the synopsis for Station 11, I don't feel like it even buys people over because you're just like, well, how is that going to be interesting? And it is. So I kind of feel like this is going to be the same way. Apparently there's two separate events that are happening that sort of collide. Takes place sort of between Vancouver and New York City, and it's just wonderful lyrical literary fiction, and I sometimes struggle with literary fiction, but not with her. So we'll see if I enjoy her second book as much as I enjoyed her first, but I love Station 11 and the writing, and I just like I said, the synopses never really reached me, but then I start reading it and I'm like, I love this. So pretty much I'm not even gonna worry about the synopsis and just going pretty blind to this one. But if you're interested, check it out on Goodreads. And lastly, we have this month's Owl Crate box, which is especially heavy this month and is like bulging open. So I'm not sure what exactly is in here, but as many of you know, I am an Owl Crate affiliate. So every month they do send me a box to unbox and check out. And if you're interested in getting a box of your own, there is a discount code listed down below that you can use. That's just for you guys to get a discount. I don't get any kind of financial compensation for that code. As per usual, I remember liking whatever the theme was supposed to be for this month, but not remembering it. So, story of my life. Enchanted Forest. That's so exciting. So this explains why the whole thing was bulging. This is a all forests are magic throw blanket, inspired by The Cruel Prince. Designed with love by bookmarked tattoos. Don't want to take it out of its package right now, but I'm sure it's beautiful, and you wouldn't even be able to see it on this video because it's going to be too big. So check it out on, oh, maybe I'll have a photo right here from their website or from someone's Instagram so you can actually see the full design. It's very soft. My dog's going to steal this to lay on herself. Ooh, then we have an Owlcrate exclusive. Well, basically everything in these boxes at this point is an Owlcrate exclusive, but this is created by Juniper and Ivy Designs, and they do these like wooden things. There's been a lot of stuff in their boxes before. Ooh, it's an ornament, and that's gonna go so well on my tree. This is Trees in Your Eyes, Stars in Your Heart. And that's inspired by Caves Water from the Raven Boys. But my tree is a like woodland, like wintry woodland tree. My entire aesthetic. So this is gonna go really well. I have a lot of like wooden stuff and stuff, very like foresty, and basically I do it because I love forest, but also as an excuse to keep my tree up post-Christmas, because I don't make it very Christmas themed. I make it like winter forest themed, so I can keep it up until like, I try to shoot for mid-January, but really sometimes it's like March. I have no excuse. Ooh, then we have these little pip stickers by Pip Sticks, and there's these little wonderful foresty stickers. I don't know if you can see them. They are so cute and pretty and like iridescent, and there's little owls, and there's little trees, and there's little crystals, and there's little mushrooms, and I just love it. And they're just so adorable. And little unicorn. I love this. I'm gonna use this in my bullet journal, possibly for December. I don't know. We'll see when it, maybe January. Maybe I'll save it for January to be like, ooh, magic. Something else wrapped in paper. Ooh, this is heavy. Ooh, ooh. This whole box is like speaking to my entire soul. This is a bookmark, which I don't even know if you can like fully see. It's metal, it's purple and silver. And it says, there was a song in this forest too, but it was a savage song, whispering of madness and tearing and rage. And that is a quote from Uprooted by Naomi Novik, which is one of my favorite books of all time and is about magical forests. And this is so beautiful, and I'm so glad that it's in here, and I'm going to keep it forever. It's purple, and purple's one of my favorite colors. It's like the beautiful jewel tone purple, and I'm petting it because it has like a little thing. I'm nervous about this because Binks goes for anything string-like. He's ruined my bullet journal because he's torn off all of the ribbons. It's beautiful. I will keep it sacred. Then we have this exclusive Owlcrate planner. That's a reading planner, magical monthly reading planner. And it has things like favorite books. I think they did something similar last year. And there's your monthly TBR, your weekly plan, all of that stuff, monthly TBR. Probably something like wrapping up at the end. But it's a way, oh, book reviews. So it's a way to keep track physically of your TBR if you don't like, or in addition to using something like Goodreads. Then there's this little ad for Amber and Dusk and Diamond and Dawn from Lyra Celine. I believe the first book was featured in a box last year or the year before, so this is just talking about that series. Ooh, I've heard about this. This cover is so beautiful. This is Winterwood by Shay Earnshaw. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at this. Is an Owlcrate exclusive, obviously. The normal cover is like blue and silver. This kind of like switches it, but this is like an iridescent like blue and purpley sort of, you can kind of see like that with the white background and the sprayed edges. Holy shit, I hope you can see this properly on camera. It is so, oh, it's so pretty. Shay Earnshaw wrote The Wicked Deep, which I read last October when I did like a witch month, and I enjoyed that book, but there were some problems that I had with it, so yeah, but totally willing to read a magical forest book by her. This is apparently about a family of women who are just surrounded with rumor and folklore because they are rumored to have been from the woods or lived in the woods, which just sounds like magical witchy women that live in the woods. Which is honestly all I need to know in my whole aesthetic. I do feel like even Wicked Deep sort of had this like magical family thing going on. Wicked Deep was sort of it felt like Hocus Pocus-y a bit, and there were some problems that I had with it, but overall I liked the like theme aesthetic of it. This is even more my aesthetic. I don't really need to know anything else. Like this synopsis calls to me. Read the synopsis because I'm not going to read it to you, and just that is me. I love it. I love it so much. So this is a book that I was like, oh, I don't know that if I was going to read it. I never read the synopsis, and now that I have, and I have it physically in my hands, I'm like, holy shit, why did you never think to read this before? This entire box was made for me. I like to personally thank Owlcrate for speaking to my soul and knowing that I need some wonderful magical forest books right now in my life because they're my favorite thing in the world. I've done a whole video on my favorite magical forest books, so check that out if you're interested. I cannot get over how pretty that book is. And as always, the book is signed, and there is a letter from the author that is signed as well to the reader. Then we have this month's little newsletter that features just like interviews with some of the creators that are included, and it does include a comparison of the two covers. Like, yes, the original cover is beautiful, but like this white cover in person, guys, stunning. And then we have the theme for December's box, which is Tales of Trickery, which I wasn't expecting for a December themed box, but here we are. And every December box will contain an exclusive book sleeve designed by Chatty Nora. It looks like, I don't know if it's gonna be this one, but this is a quote from Akamath. So love that. So that is it for my November book haul. Comment below, let me know if you've read any of these books and what you've thought of them, but also let me know what books you've gotten this month that you're excited about. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye.